celebrates the great Fela Kuti, and just the ways in which he was able to produce his own sensibility of this music that later got to be understood as Afrobeat. But it's just like, what happens if jazz goes full circle, if it leaves here through the transatlantic and returns to us as an echo? What are the things that we contribute to that echo and to have this collective memory? So the song was about that.
Or do we just let it pass by? Because you can let an echo pass you by.
But that's the thing. So there's a lot that we can draw from echoes, and also to the future. I was thinking about how do we echo Kuti's message to the future as well.
We go for a quick ad break. When we come back, you'll tell us exactly how does Makhathini celebrate a 10-year birthday.
Right.
We'll find out after this.
You can become a victim of a legal problem: wrongful arrest, assault, uncontested divorce, rental disputes, maintenance matters, or labor problems. It can happen to you. Clientele Legal provides tough professional lawyers for an affordable monthly premium. Our legal team is standing by to assist you 24 hours a day. Join today. SMS Radio 2000 to 31372. That's Radio 2000 to 31372. Clientele General is an authorized FSP and licensed non-life insurer. T's and C's online. Standard rates apply.
5 teams, 1 epic journey. No flights, no smartphones, just grit, maps, and pure determination. Race Across the World Season 3 is back, and the stakes have never been higher. From bustling cities to remote villages, who will conquer the chaos and cross the finish line first? Thursdays at 6 p.m. only on S3.
Swipe and get more this Christmas at Boxer. When you buy Fatties and Moni's macaroni or spaghetti 500 gram, buy any 3 for only 50 Rand. Huggies Dry Comfort Diapers, buy 2 packs for only 250 Rand. Get 100 B rewards when you spend 1,000 Rand or more at Boxer.
Every day, get double payday when you play Daily Lotto and the new Daily Lotto Plus for 850,000 Rand in total guaranteed jackpots this Friday. Play Daily Lotto for a guaranteed 650,000 Rand. Add 1 Rand 50 to play Daily Lotto Plus for a guaranteed 200,000 Rand today. Buy your tickets now in store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. Hada, Pusha, play. Players must be 18 years old but play responsibly. E2 is the proud operator of the National Lottery.
Abansundu nabamhlophe bayo ubanjalo Abansundu nabamhlophe bayo ubaholinye Ngobi Afrika insika yomhlaba Abamhlophe nabansundu bayo ngoma ngomanye Ganga yalo uhlele Afrika Abansundu nabamhlophe bayo Abansundu nabamhlophe bayo ngenxa yokuhloba kwe
I am conflicted. I want to have a chat with you, and yet I want to play the music.
Let's play the music.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. My goodness, eh? Sounds like a 110 BPM.
Yep.
It's like a house song.
Thereabout, yeah.
It's a...
We're also thinking about that, like in terms of like how do these songs outlive themselves by way of being reimagined in many places. I mean, King Fella that you've played has been reimagined by a couple of other DJs, Da Capo, and many others. So that's the idea, to kind of blur the lines between these genres. We must have one genre at the end of the day, good music. I think I love that genre more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what we do on this station. Good music, that's all we do, eh? And also boxing these genres also is problematic in itself.
It is.
Because now you become this type of artist, you become a jazz artist.
Right.
I know I used to work with a musician that would say, I hear so many songs in my head, but they are not what people expect from me. And I'm trapped, I don't know what to do.
We all suffer that. I mean, if you think about when I came to Joburg, the first gig that I did as a band member, permanent, was with Lebu Matosa.
Imagine that.
I had just graduated with jazz studies.
And then you were playing Kwaito.
Right.
Wow.
You know, and the next gig was, I think, with Babu Chabu Kanyile, and the next one was with Babu Mtunzi Namba, and you know, so it's just
and
like
Mtunzi, a bit of gospel is there.
Right. So I'm just trying to say that like these genres were just a way of organizing catalogs, and it's more from commodification.
It's
not for artists, it's not for audiences either. It's just about the major record labels that wanted to sell. And if you're selling any product, you have to categorize it. But I don't think it's a thing that should bother us.
It's the African borders,
right,
that we have.
Right.
That there's no fence, but there's a line, and it's an invisible line.
And Baba Mashabela said it. He said these are so recent. I don't understand how people believe in these things. These borders are very recent,
incredible,
even in history.
And it tells us. I had a conversation with Ntate Siminya, and he was telling me that my people are from Kenya. They walked all the way to the southern tip of Africa, and when they got to Limpopo, they found a beautiful place. And they asked the custodians of that land if they could be accommodated, and they said, "Of course, you're one of us." And then they gave them that land, and they've been there for hundreds of years now.
But look at that. There are so many of these histories, even like people from Malawi that ended here. And, you know, we've always been nomads, you know, so to speak.
Absolutely.
You know, and also we come from histories of hunter-gatherer. So which means we're following seasons.
Yes.
Wherever there was food and good weather conditions, that's where we were.
Yeah.
And if it changes, then we move elsewhere.
That's it.
So, you know.
There's people who've moved throughout Africa following the river, and that is part of our story. Incredible. I told you, having conversation with you is problematic because we don't stop, you and I. You're saying you remade the sound again. Or not remade, created another version of this.
Well, so this is a project called Umgidi, which is led by a friend of mine, Dabo Zulu. So he had invited me to produce this album. And here we brought Umfowethu Mbuso Khoza.
Your brother from another mother.
Yeah, and on the keys, there is a beautiful exchange between myself and the great African Kize there. And so we just recently did another Umgidi project with now featuring Mune. So the first one was really based on like, you know, Zulu kind of storytelling, and this one is based on Venda storytelling.
Incredible.
So we're trying to say that Umgidi is a phenomenon that happens in all various cultures.
And indeed it does.
Yeah, right.
It has its
own
own
flavor. It's just that we call it Umgidi. Somewhere they will call it something else.
Umgidi.
All right,
That's
we go.
It. My mom's name is Mamukiti. She's one that brings fun and entertainment to an environment. Absolutely.
Wow.
There you go. Kimukiti.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to find out. Actually, tell us now. How do you celebrate the 10-year celebration of Listening to the Ground?
Well, Listening to the Ground was precisely about the concept of listening, concept of hearing, concept of sensing histories, how do we ensure that our kids get to learn about these histories? But it was an entire shift for me religiously, coming from a Christian background, being confronted with the ideas of ancestral systems and all of that. And so it was about, feeling exiled from a network of ancestors. And now, what is the language? Now I want to speak to them, but the whole construct of umsamo, if my mom didn't teach me that, so how do I figure that out? Now, push forward, I am celebrating the fact that I've been listening to them and the blessings that listening comes with.
That's it.
So it's 10 years. Also in 2015, it was the year that I became the Standard Bank Young Artist for Jazz. And so from that to this moment, and so I'm celebrating it this evening at Untitled Basement with some of the musicians that were on that recording with King Fela.
Incredible.
Ayanda Sikade was there and some guests. So so many things to say about what we're celebrating, but I just feel gratitude is at the center.
We'll carry on, you and I, until the end of this hour, enjoying the music and really just enjoying this chat about all sorts of things to do with music and to do with African culture. We're back after this.
The pain of losing a loved one is never easy. At Clientele, we understand that burying loved ones with dignity truly matters. Our funeral plans pay out cash within just 24 hours, and you receive 200 Rand airtime when you claim. Plus, we cover up to 13 people on one plan. SMS radio 2000 to 45538. That's 45538. Clientele Life is an authorized FSP and licensed life insurer. T's and C's online. Standard rates apply.
Build It knows there's no place better than home for Christmas. And now you can drive home in a brand new ride. Shop until 31 December and enter to win one of 14 Hyundai Grand i10s. Plus, festive savings like 20-litre Viva PVA paint, white or cream for just $299.99. And 20-litre Build It Low Sheen paint, standard colors, 8-year warranty for just $799.99. Home for Christmas, only at Build It.
The Black Friday Super Sale is now on at MTN. Save big on a 100 gig MTN mobile internet Ruby plan. It was $319, now just $299 per month for 12 months. And for just 10 Rand extra, you can grab a 4G pocket router. Yay! Plus, get a free 10 gig startup bundle redeemable on the MTN app. So don't miss out. Visit an MTN store or mtn.co.za now. T's and C's apply. Today we make moves. MTN.
Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Africa Estaki on Showmax. We've taken your favorite housewives from across the continent to the carnival. Expect drama, jokes, sass, and more glam in the heart of Copacabana.
Rio, are you ready?
Because wherever they go, the drama follows. Stream Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Africa now on Showmax. Sign up at showmax.com.
Players must be 18 years old or play responsibly. E2 is a proud operator of the National Lottery.
Saying this is a celebration of Nigerian music.
Yeah, this is about my first experience in Lagos. And just feeling how fast things move there.
I can tell.
Yeah. So the tempo was kind of depicting the energy of the city.
Yes.
But also how everyone is doing something. You know, everyone is on the move. There's
some guy Pansgame Tunswela.
Yeah, just waiting for people to give some money. Everyone is working for their money. In fact, the literal cash, the notes, you can feel them when you touch that. It's moving so fast, like between too many hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
eh?
there's quite something there.
Yes.
And also I got to learn about the fact that their credit system is not as intense as ours.
No, not at all.
So someone driving a particular car or living in a particular home means they've really worked for that.
They bought it.
It's not
cash.
It's cash.
Yes.
So that was quite something to be in Nigeria and particularly in Lagos. Yeah.
You are a world celebrated artist, and that didn't come easy. I imagine to build an international career cannot be taken for granted. It takes a lot of work.
It's a lot.
What in your opinion was the moment that said things are no longer going to be the same?
Right. Well, I think listening to the ground was that moment. It's first really being able to locate your intentions entirely into your work.
Yeah.
Such that anyone that experiences your work feels what you're
trying to do.
What you're trying to do is
Yes.
try to tell that story. The great Babu Wayne Shorter said one time, play that which you hope for.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you play a note, play your hopes.
What?
And I think that really speaks to a lot of what I do but of course I have to be thankful to many people. I remember that first concert in Lagos I did at the airport. Mashabela.
What?
And I was getting stuck there. I had lost my bag.
Jeez.
And my entire luggage. And he told me how to recover it, because I was going the traditional way. So I was already at the counters. They were like, no, we didn't see your bag.
We don't know where it is.
So he told me, it was funny. He said, we're going to have to buy your bag. I was like, huh? It was quite something.
I can hear him say it.
Yeah. And he just said it like,
we're going to have to buy it, man.
Yeah. But the story being there are different things happening all around the world, and being an artist is part of learning how to sense these things.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of those people that have come in my life.
Yes.
I mean, the great Black Coffee, as my big brother, is one of those people.
Yes.
That wherever he goes, he's like, I have a young bro that's a really good jazz pianist. So I think that does something. I have someone like Babu Winton Marsalis who tells people, if you come to South Africa and you want to hear about jazz, that's the dude. So I guess we can have a lot of hard work that we put into what we do, but also it's alignment, finding the people around you that believe in what you're trying to do.
And also, I guess it's being able to carry that responsibility with grace, because if you're bestowed with that, there's a lot to consider. If somebody says, if you go to South Africa, there's someone already someone like that sees you that way.
Right.
The question is, how do you see yourself? Because then therein lies whether you use those opportunities or not. Yes.
Right.
Because it's easy for us to say, well, how we South Africans, we tend to be quite humble in the way we see ourselves.
Right.
And that could be a hindrance.
Right. I definitely hear that. And so then, which means even thinking about how do we get to these moments, I think upbringing is a big part, therefore.
That's it.
Like where your ethics are shaped, your morals and things. Because I think people are sensing all of these things in our music, in our being, So, I mean, I come from a musical family. So already there was that support. And I mean, I also got married to another musician who
gave birth to musician.
Gave birth. I mean, my son has produced my last album. Like we're in studio the entire week.
Incredible.
And one of my sons produced my album. So it's like
so
many people to be thankful to.
Yes. Has he always had the musical touch, or you may have nudged it a little bit?
I don't want to take the credit, but maybe Omagugu has something to do with this.
Yes.
But I remember when Tingo was really young, he had this sense of place and sound kind of entangled. I don't know how. You'll play something, you'll say, this is like Oriental.
What?
It's like, what do you know about that? He's like, this is Brazilian.
What?
This is unbelievable.
He could almost play sounds in
geography,
parts of the world.
It's a gift that he has. Yeah. So I don't know if I have anything to do with that.
Does he plan to pursue it beyond or to greater heights like yourself and the people around him?
Well, maybe he's thinking about that. He's also quite a great basketball player, even his younger brother.
There's a problem already.
So I think there is a problem there. I mean, my daughter Naila was a great classical pianist, and she went for marketing. So we never know.
Hayi, saluzi musician. Uyothenga impahla. Uyothenga izinto manje. Uyothenga Coca-Cola. Hawu madoda.
Imagine that.
Sifuna create into ezisha. And manje abo chat GPT ba computer nabo manje.
You see what I mean?
Wow. You know, this celebration again, remind us it's happening tonight.
It's happening tonight at Untitled Basement. We're celebrating, listening to the ground. And I would have a great friend of mine, Mr. Anders Sikade on drums. Another friend of mine, Linda Skakane on tenor saxophone. Yeah. And I'll have a young friend of mine, Dali Sundlazi on double bass. And I'm going to have a guest, and I'm not going to tell people who the guest is.
Special guest.
Yeah, it's a very, very special guest. So see you all there.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. Let's do this again on Monday. Enjoy what's happening this weekend in RTBS. Let's see you again on Monday.
SABC News. Independent and impartial.
Thanks, Mdeva. Safe travels. The top stories: Ramaphosa heaps praise on the Presidential Climate Commission and police officers to be recalled in the Senzo trial. With the news at 3, ke Nduduzo Makhathini Ola. President Cyril Ramaphosa has lauded the Presidential Climate Commission for raising concern on the impact of climate change on the country. He says 9 years after the signing of the Paris Agreement, with 5 years left to meet the Sustainable Development Goals, it is evident that most countries will miss the climate objectives. Ramaphosa was speaking at the inauguration of the new commissioners at the Sefako Makhatho Presidential Guest House in Pretoria.
Our voice has been raised and our voice is respected. And wherever we go, South Africa's voice is always sought out.